Guys, it's Melly and I'm back. So, oh my god, it's been a while since I've been here. I'm sorry, guys. I've been dealing with a lot. My teeth have been getting fixed recently. So that's why I've been not doing videos a lot lately because I am very embarrassed by my teeth. I have always been embarrassed by my teeth. So, since I'm now getting them fixed, it's much easier for me, but at the same time, it's still harder because I'm in the process of getting fixed. They're not like, it's not overnight like that. Um, so that's why I haven't been doing videos on YouTube lately, but I'm back. And I have a book haul for you guys today. It's actually going to be part one of 4 or maybe 5 book hauls. You see all those books behind me? This is my TBR on top, and then I have haulage books underneath. And plus I have tons of bookshelves in front of me. So let's get started with the book haul. This is Signs Point to Yes by Sandy Hall. And I also have A Little Something Different, which is her first book, I believe. This came from Swoon Reads, and I've been loving their books lately. They're really quick, fast, simple books to read, easy to read. They're like publish your own type of book thing. From what I'm looking at, but they're also like a real publisher, like they're a mix of both. So this is a really cute love story that I wanted to read since I have her first book, and they're pretty short, so they're pretty easy to read. I actually just finished another Swoon Reads book, which is Queens of Geek by Jen Wild, which I absolutely adored and devoured. So I will have a review on that. But this is Swoon Reads Signs Point to Yes. The next book I have is Love, Fortunes, and Other Disasters, another one by Swoon Reads. I cannot say that name, but I'm butchering it. It's so funny to me. Come on, Point. There you go. This is another, and they do all kinds of books. This is a love story, contemporary type of novel, which I can't wait to read. And then essentially the girl goes to a charm store and gets charms to fall in love with this guy or something to that effect from what I'm looking at right here. But it looks like a really great read, and the summary looks really good too. And here's another one, you guys. I'm telling you, I bought a bunch from them because these books are so good. This one is, these are like new adult contemporary books. College freshman Liv is more than just a fangirl. The Starville movies are her life, and when her favorite characters kill off, Liv just can't deal. Aren't we all like that? I'm just like that with Once Upon a Time recently. With all my favorite original characters leaving, I'm like, oh, I'm annoyed by it. And this is more like Queens of Geek. This is more about cons and favorite shows and that type of stuff. So this is I can't wait to read this. And that's what I'm planning for summer. My summer TBR is nothing but contemporary romances because I'm just in that mood. This one is a Cinderella retelling type of story, which I can't wait to read this. It basically says Alyssa has a job she loves, working as Cinderella at her favorite theme park, a fantastic group of friends, a boyfriend who will no longer be long distance, but as the summer progresses, her prince becomes less charming and more distant, and Alyssa's perfect summer falls apart. Forced to acknowledge that life is not always a fairy tale, Alyssa starts working to pull herself back together. So essentially, it's Cinderella for modern day society. You can never rely on a man. I'm telling you. And I don't say that in a bad way, like, oh, I hate men. No. You cannot rely on somebody else to find your happiness, essentially, is how I mean it. This one is another Comic-Con type of story, and this is from Simon & Schuster. And I've been really into these books lately, Comic-Con temporary nerdy books about Comic-Con, shows like Star Trek, Starfleet, which is I think a show that I just mentioned in one of the books, and Harry Potter-esque, like all those really good nerdy, geeky Comic-Con or con items. When Graham met his best friend Roxy when he moved into her neighborhood 8 years ago, and she asked him which Hogwarts house he'll be sorted into, Graham has been in love with her ever since. So essentially, this is a coming of age story. Oh my god, you guys, I'm obsessed with these movies. I am a little kid at heart. I'm not even kidding. I am obsessed with these movies. This is Isle of the Lost. I have the second one. I've owned it for a while now. I can't remember the Return to Isle of the Lost. And then I have the third one somewhere too. I just bought the new one. That's the third one that's based on the actual movie. So I can't wait. I'm gonna read these very soon. Actually, after I finish the book I'm gonna read these because this movie, the new movie, is coming out July 21st on Disney, and I'm just like obsessed. Obsessed, you guys. I cannot wait for it. And I blame that on Kenny Ortega because his musicals are so bloody good. And I've been watching Descendants, the first one, over and over and over again lately, and I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna watch it so much that I'm gonna get sick and tired of it, like High School Musical. But songs are so mesmerizing that you cannot help but watch them. Like, they're so good. So I'm gonna start this soon. Okay. This one is Miss Lydia Wakefield, heiress to the family fortune, has her future entirely planned out for her. Will she run the family estate until she marries a man of her late father's choosing? Then she will spend the rest of her life devoted as a wife. Confident in the arrangement, Lydia has tasked her young law clerk, Mr. Robert Newton, to begin drawing up marriage contracts. Everything is going according to plan until the day Lydia is kidnapped and Robert along with her. And there's more to it, but I don't like to give too much away. I feel like people give too much away when they talk about their books lately. But I'm obsessed with like Sherlock-esque, Holmes type of stories, but like female version of Sherlock-esque, because I have been reading Carrie Maniscalco. I'm sorry if I butchered Carrie's name. I love her to death. Is Stalking Jack the Ripper series, and I will have a review up on Hunting Prince Dracula very, very soon. And I've been obsessed with like Sherlock Holmes-esque female version stories, and this kind of reminds me of that, so I can't wait to read this. And it doesn't surprise me because I am a big Jane Austen fan. I feel like either you're a Bronte fan or you're an Austen fan, and you're on either side of the fence. Although I love both, I prefer Austen far more, which is weird. The next three books are part of the series. I've been obsessed with The White Queen since I saw it on Stars. Stars. And now I'm obsessed with The White Princess, which is essentially the White Queen, Elizabeth Woodville's daughter, Elizabeth of York. And Elizabeth of York's the mother of Henry VIII. And so I've been obsessed with the women, and I really feel like from the way the show is going that Elizabeth of York, if she had not died at 37, I feel like Henry VIII wouldn't have been so power hungry crazy. I feel like that comes from the Tudor line, from what I'm seeing, which is insane. And I feel like his grandmother, the king's mother, actually Henry VII's mother, Margaret Beaufort, actually was like psycho, and that's why Henry VIII was psycho. But it's really crazy how the Elizabeth Woodville, they denounced her as queen, and her family still to this day, her bloodline reigns as royalty in England. So it's bloody good, and I'm obsessed with it. Queen Elizabeth is descendant from Elizabeth Woodville through one of her granddaughters. It wasn't Elizabeth of York, but it was one of Elizabeth of York's daughters that, sisters, that actually her children descended on the throne because Elizabeth of York's line, I believe, eventually died out. But this is so good. And then this is about Margaret Both. This is about the Tudor side of the legacy, and then this is about Jacqueline, Duchess of Belford. So I can't wait to read this. This is the third book in that Tutored York type of series. A Weekend with Darcy. This is a I don't really want to call this a new adult, but I guess it could be. No, it's a romance novel. And this is actually a series. There's 6 of them in the series, and it's it's essentially based around Jane Austen. So hence why I bought it. Catherine Roberts Sane, Professor Catherine Roberts Sane is Jane Austen and her personal love, secret love for racy regional romance novels. So essentially, the only thing that's keeping the professor sane from her students is the regional romance novels and Jane Austen in that era. And so this is essentially based around that. Once again, another great contemporary read. Melview, New Jersey is the perfect place to have a pretty mediocre life for like 70 years and then die. In fact, that might be on the Welcome to Melview sign you see when you get off the turnpike at exit 6A, right above population 5,500, empty bunions, bags, and one bored Jewish girl. Literally, that is what is on the back right there. So Scarlett Epstein hates it here. Sounded, I can't remember exactly what this is about. Oh, here it goes. Her best friend in real life is Avery, painful, shy, annoying, attractive, bookworm. Ruth, her pot-smoking, possibly insane 73-year-old neighbor. When Scarlett's beloved TV show is cancelled, her longtime crush, Gideon, is sucked out of her orbit into the dark distance world of populars. That's why I bought it, you guys. Essentially, it's about cons, favorite shows, teenage humor, all that good stuff that you love as a teenager, fandoms, the deep, that stuff that you love as a teenager, you kind of love as an adult, but you kind of don't want to be in the middle of that drama anymore because you realize how stupid teenage drama can be sometimes. That's what these books are for. But a 70-year-old pot-smoking neighbor sounds kind of fun. And I can't wait to read this. It looks good. Okay, guys, so that was the first bit of my haul. This is about 10 minutes long, maybe 13, possibly, if I can edit it correctly. I hope you guys enjoyed this book haul. Please come back. I will have the second one up very soon, as well as the third, fourth, and possibly fifth, depending on how many more books I get, you guys. These hauls are collective. I've had these books since March, and it's now May, around the beginning of June. So I've been collecting over the last couple of months. Hope you guys enjoy this book haul. Peace, love, tea, love, and books.